Okay, let's talk about grammar. But forget stuffy rules and red ink. Today, we're looking at grammar as a blueprint, a powerful guide for actually building your ideas so they're strong, clear, and make an impact. So let's unroll the plans and see how it all works.
Right off the bat, here's a little puzzle for you. We've got two phrases here. She runs and because she runs. You can almost feel the difference, can't you? One feels finished, solid. The other one, it just kind of hangs there, leaving you waiting for more. Figuring out why you feel that is a secret to all of this. And here's the big reveal. It all comes down to something called a complete thought. A real sentence has to have two key parts. A subject, that's the who or what, and a predicate, that's the action, what's actually happening. She runs has both. But because she runs, well, that's just a piece of an idea. It's not the whole story. And that concept, the complete thought, is the foundation for everything we're about to build.
So let's start with the most basic piece in our construction kit, the simple sentence. I want you to think of it as a single solid brick. Now, a simple sentence has just one independent clause. That's really just a fancy way of saying it has one and only one complete idea. And here's the key. Simple refers to the number of ideas, which is just one. It doesn't mean the sentence has to be short.
The structure itself is super clean. You've got your subject, you've got your verb, and boom, together they form one complete thought. This is the absolute core, the atom of meaning in English.
Okay, check this out. This sentence looks pretty long, right? It's got a bunch of details. But guess what? It's still a simple sentence. Why? Because if you boil it all down, there's only one main thing happening. You have one subject, the girl, and one main action, she is dancing. All the other words are just describing those two things. It's still just one solid thought. All right, we've got our bricks, so what's next? Well, now we get to start connecting them. This brings us to compound sentences, which are all about joining two ideas that are equally important. So compound sentence takes two or more of those simple sentences, those independent, complete thoughts, and sticks them together. Each part could totally be its own sentence. We're basically just taking two of our bricks, putting them side by side, and adding a little bit of mortar to join them. And what is that mortar? Well, it's this essential little toolkit right here, the coordinating conjunctions. And there's a super easy way to remember them. Just think of the word fanboys. That stands for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. These are your best friends for connecting equal ideas. Building one of these is as easy as 1, 2, 3. You start with one complete idea, your first brick. Then you pick the right connector from your fanboys toolkit. And finally, you add your second complete idea, your second brick. That's it. Two equal parts joined right in the middle. And here it is in action. Let's break it down. I wanted to go out. Is that a complete thought? Yep. It was raining. Also a complete thought, right? And smack in the middle you have but, our fanboys connector, linking these two equal ideas and showing a contrast between them. Okay, so we've joined blocks of equal weight. But what if one idea is the star of the show and the other one is more like a supporting detail? Well, that's where our third and final structure comes in, the complex sentence. Now, a complex sentence is built differently. It has one main independent clause, an idea that can stand all on its own, but it's supported by at least one dependent clause, an idea that cannot stand on its own. It's kind of clingy. It needs that main clause to make any sense at all. And these supporting ideas, these dependent clauses, usually have a little signal word at the beginning. Words like because, although, since, or when are like little flags that tell you, hey, the piece of information coming up next is just a detail that relies on the main point. Let's look at this one. The main event here is she went to bed. That's a complete thought. But that first part, because she was tired, see how it just hangs there? It leaves you asking, so what happened? It's a dependent idea that explains the reason for the main action. It can't stand alone. So there you have it. Those are all the major pieces. Let's step back for a second and lay out the complete master plan, your grammar blueprint, so you can see how everything fits together perfectly. This table right here is your ultimate cheat sheet. Seriously. It boils everything down. A simple sentence, just one independent idea. A compound sentence, two or more of those independent ideas glued together with a fanboy's word. And a complex sentence,
That's one main idea supported by a dependent detail that usually starts with a word like because or if.
But here's the really cool part. Knowing the blueprint isn't just about labeling things. It's about having the power to shape your own ideas. Let's take one single thought and see how we can transform it using these different structures. We start with a simple idea. She was tired. Okay, a complete thought. Now, to make it compound, we just add a second, related, complete thought, like she slept. Then we connect them with so to show the result. Now we have two equal ideas linked together. Now, let's take that same idea and make it complex. By swapping out the connector and adding because at the beginning, we've completely changed the relationship. Because she was tired is no longer an equal idea. It's now the reason for the main action. It's become a dependent, supporting detail. See the power you have?
So, after looking at all these blueprints and transformations, what's the one thing you really need to remember from all of this? If you walk away with just one thing, let it be this. Sentence structure is all about the relationship between your ideas. Are you just presenting one single thought? That's a simple sentence. Are you connecting two thoughts that are partners, two equals? That's compound. Or are you highlighting one main thought and adding a supporting detail? That's complex. It's that simple.
Look, this was never about just passing a grammar test. This is about giving you control. It's about giving you the tools to build your thoughts with purpose and clarity. You have the blueprint now. You know how all the pieces connect. So the only real question left is, what are you going to build with it?